Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is SevTech Ages. I keep forgetting I shouldn't do that inside the base. I've got plenty of things scheduled for this show for today, but there are some things I should let you know. Is that one, I'm about to starve to death, and there's a reason for that. It's so that I can get an achievement. I figured we'd start off with an achievement, so I do need to continue bouncing around a little bit just to get that last half haunch of food away, which it takes a very long time to just jump. There we go. Now if I eat this, aha! Hydra chop, baby! Chow down on some overpowered Hydra meat when your food bar is empty. Which it actually gets it really far up there, and I've got a massive saturation at this point, so I might just... Actually, wait, in my bag, there we go, I can eat just a grape. There we go, and I'm now topped off really nicely. And you probably notice in the background maybe some spidery noises. That's because I went back into the Twilight. I did a little bit of mining and some other maintenancing things that I needed because I ran low on some materials. But in here, you'll see that I have kind of a mossy cobblestone area. Reason being, usually that means that there is a spawner nearby. I grabbed a couple spawners, a couple of those like crab head ones, and I put some punji sticks. You can see down here, little punji sticks. In fact, if I have my pick, I can just grab this. There you go, a couple of these guys, and once they've spawned a bunch, then you just need to pick them up and put them back down again so that they reset their spawn count. Otherwise, they may expire and no longer work. These have been going for a while, but they only work when I'm relatively close. So pretty much when I'm down here. So I figured I would just jump up and down in this area for a while to get my my food bar down. And it's been working pretty good because it gave me a whole bunch of armor shards, which, as you may already know, is good for making the nightly stuff, which is something I have plans for in the future. Plus, of course, you get your prismarine shards and fish. It's really good stuff. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I used a little bit of redstone and some of the sticky pistons that I found, so I could actually make like a little area here, which I thought was kind of neat. At least I liked it. But I've got tons of stuff in my inventory. I'm going to switch up my armor set. I figured before we get to the next stage, which armor is probably going to change, because the armor levels that are currently out there, I could go with bronze armor for the most part, but it's just not quite as good as I would really want. And as much as I can repair these things, I think I should retire them with style at this point. Maybe put them in one of these chests. There we go. I do have some space in here. And I'll keep the gems. And these, the new armor that I could wear, I can still bedazzle, if you will. And I'm going to need, let's see, where is it? This. My Tome of Peritia, because I'm going to be getting some levels back, there we go, as needed for basically combining some of these things. I have a bunch of Phantom Helms. I've been putting a lot of my Twilight Forest stuff in here. I've got one here with projectile protection on it, which that's nice, but I prefer regular protection. And I've got protection 3 and iron wall that I'm going to be using. If I find another protection 3 plate, that'd be great, but I think I'll be fine with it. And this is the really cool thing. This one has mending on it. And if it's the only mending piece of armor that I have, then, well, it'll heal itself. And if these things, if I wear out the rest of these, it's no big deal, you know. But iron wall, that prevents you from getting knocked back. That's going to be really nice. So I figured I would take protection 3, respiration 2, and a protection 3. That's what, 4? So we need 2, 3, 4 levels. And then I can enchant myself some of this stuff. And I really like these because, specifically, that's going to be 5 for that one. This is so easy to spend levels properly on this stuff. Because I figured, one, it's of course going to be a little bit better. The armor toughness is like 0.5 better than this stuff. The leggings will not be in general, but at least I'll still be able to get protection 4 off of it. And I figured I'd try it because it gives me 4. It gives me a bit of, well, magical green goodness, and you know, Vallen, Frostweaver, and being green, it's just something that has to happen 2 levels. 1, 2. Oh, it's so easy to spend these levels very easily here. Enchantment cost 9. What? I just did. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it was something else I was combining. Oh, it was the order that I put them. Wow. Okay, there's a lesson to be learned, folks. Make sure that you check to see what way you put these things around, and if you get the enchantments that you want for either one. 2 levels and get the same exact thing, or 5 levels, or 9 levels and get the same thing. Wow, okay, I didn't even think about that. But now I should be able to put these on, and they're pretty good. But they're not complete yet. I still have a green gem on there. I'm going to put a green gem on here. And the gems don't show on the Between Lands armors, so you can just put them as you want, and you should be good to go. Let's put this in here too. So now I've got 2 blue, 2 green, and of course my red amulet that works in general. And there we go. I now have a pretty good armor set, pretty good armor toughness. I've got some protection 4 going on top of the armor value, so I should actually be even more resilient than I was before, which is kind of sick, really. But I also have been amassing the list of things for this, the coal engine, which is, of course, also going to be required on a celestial altar, which I'm going to need to upgrade as well. But I've got everything in here except for the fiery gears at this point and the steel leaf rods. But I've got those set up. Yes, I will be going to the Twilight Forest, but first, some preparations need to be taken place. So, let's grab a hammer, and I've got just a little bit in here, because if I smash these out into plates, I could pour them out in my smeltery if I wanted, but I don't want to, because this just costs stone and sticks instead of lava, which it's just that tiniest bit of inconvenience, you know, for getting the lava. So there we go, steel leaf rods obtained. Now the other thing is iron ingots and fiery blood, and I was very fortunate in getting exactly what I needed, 16 fiery bloods for fiery ingots here, and that's exactly what I need for all the stuff that I'm going to be putting in. I hope this doesn't mix with molten gold. Let's actually just pour those out. I ran out of gold of all things, and I needed to make a golden chest as one of the ingredients for this. If you look here, oh shoot, we need 2 gold chests. All right, well, even better. I still need to make another gold chest, but I've been pouring those out so I could get these. I've got a few blocks now, so I should be good. I think I might have a little bit more in there, but at least I'm getting some set up. So let's toss the fiery ingots in. And don't forget, so I've got this hopper here, so I can just pop it on the front if I wanted. But for now, this should do, and then it'll turn into those, and oh shoot, I'm going to have to actually put this hammer back for the moment. And I'm going to need to break this, because I didn't mean to do that. I forgot. I'm going to have to cast this. I probably should have done it in another one, but this allows me to cast it faster, I guess. There we go. That can just stay there for the moment. And I did take your advice and make a gear cast, which is actually made by placing an iron gear of all gears, not a stone one, but an iron one. No, just kidding. You can use stone. But you can put a stone gear in your casting table, pour it on, pour the gold on there, and you get yourself a gear cast, which is very, very good idea. Much simpler than what I was doing before with all the plates and everything. A little bit annoying, actually, over time. Plus, I found this nightly pick, which surprisingly has the same mining speed as the one that I'm currently using, my nightly pickaxe, of all things, go figure. Now, the durability is less, but it does have efficiency 3 and fortune 2, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to be faster than this, but either way, it's got fortune 2 on it, so I'm bringing that with me. And I've got a whole bunch of armor shards in my inventory here that I need to put together, so let's actually do that. I've got exactly enough for 6 armor clusters. Great. And I can just cook these up, put them up there, and they turn into these night metal ingots, which is great. We're going to need that in the future because I plan on making some night metal armor in the future, but that's going to be the next age. In the meantime, though, let's see about getting this done. There we go. 1 block, 7 ingots. Well, I just need 4 of these fiery gears, which takes 4 ingots each. It does take a few seconds. Okay, that takes quite a while for those to actually cool. Let's get that smelting as well. But there's the first of the fiery gears. I'm going to take these blocks of gold out and bang these out into another golden chest. Get those other gears, and I'll be back in a minute. One of those, and another gold chest. Then I can just put away the excess here. In fact, I should probably put away the prismarine shards and this extra fish that I got too. Let's just pop the extra gold chest in, the 4 steel leaf rods, and then I think Yep, that's all 4 here. So I should be good. And I might as well take this out and fix this thing here. Haha, little oops. But yeah, like I said, it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, put that back. Put back the extra gear cast now. And then I've got just about all the ingredients for that, except I believe I'm going to need a little something else. Now, there's a celestial altar, which of course is made in multiple ways. I'm going to need some maze stone. I did not harvest any. I think I threw it all out as I was going. I need some cave illuminators, which I can actually make these. They're not that difficult to make. And live root I have been collecting, so I've got plenty of that. But on top of that, I am going to need a little something else. And that's this. The Lamp of Cinders, which is actually what we're going to be pursuing today, because it's also going to be required for the mapping. Or to be more specific, the journey map token. But I am going to need the basic crafting table from extended crafting as well. So if I look up the Lamp of Cinders, the use for that is going to be in the basic crafting table. So I need one to use the other to get the achieve and the unlock. Plus, this stuff here is going to need an upgrade. So we're probably going to pursue that next time. This time, we're going to go into the Twilight Forest. So let's get going. I think I've got everything I need. Alright, so here we are. Let's take a look at the map. And I think where I'm at now, which is just a little bit south of the pointer at the moment, I think I'm going to end up heading just straight north. I realize that heading like northwest would be maybe a little bit shorter, but I find it's just easier to keep track of where I'm going if I just follow along the block path in the north, south, east, west style. And of course, further above that is going to be a maze, so I might just take a brief aside to obtain some maze stone while I'm at it. But in the meantime, let's head up to this spot here and see what we can find. And for that, I'm going to use my Impulsion Wand, just so I can kind of get around in a more controlled manner. It is going to speed me along, and the fact that I'm wearing my slime boots means that if I can get myself a good grab, I can get a good bouncy boost instead of using the slime sling. But I have to be careful, because if I aim wrong, then I don't exactly get a good grab, and I just kind of flounder around. Whoa, okay, so actually this is a good sign. If you see here, we've got Trollstein. This is exactly what we're looking for. Reason being, if you look here, we're just on the outskirts. And we're going to want to actually go underground and look for what we're looking for. And looking underground in troll caves, to be more specific. As you can see here, there are more things abound, which can be of interest. And we need to look for trolls, and specifically some of their treasures that they might have encased in certain areas. So let's see if I can actually find a path that will work for me. So as it turned out, that underground cave area didn't pan out too well. It ended up just being a small cavernous area that didn't really have much. But if you look here, we're in a very dark area in the Twilight Forest. Reason being is that there are some clouds up above. This is why we need to go underground, is because in those troll treasures, I guess, you'll find a certain seed that should allow you to, well, access the sky without having to nerd pole up there. And if you are interested in actually proceeding forward into the center of this, you'll run into these thorns, which are actually very painful and durable. You can't really mine through them, per se. As you can see, I just mined that block, and it is not going anywhere. But that's what we need the Lamp of Cinders for, among other things, is to obtain... Did that just drop something? I just got magic beans. What? That was unexpected. From the thorn leaves? Wow. Okay. Well... I have magic beans, but I need uberous soil to plant that in, which this is all coarse dirt, so this isn't really going to work here. This is podzol, so none of this is actually going to work. Maybe that's what I find underneath is going to be the uberous soil. I thought that I would find the magic beans down there, but hey, all right. So now I just need to find an actual way down into the caverns underneath, or I can just start digging and hope that I find something. I might just do that, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to find a spot that looks about good on the edge here, so I'm not too far out. And it's a little bit low. I'm going to start digging down and hope that I find something of interest. I'll be back if I come across anything good. Aha! Okay, I had to dig down quite a ways, but I think I have now found an area that should allow me access to the underground troll cave network. Or in other words, just tunnels. So, yeah, this looks actually quite promising. It's nice and spacious. You gotta be careful for a lot of mobs down here, as well as trolls are a thing. Yeah, hello, little skelly guy. Aha! You can see here, usually in vanilla Twilight Forest, where it's not modified like this, it looks like there's a troll way over there. There he is. You'll find obsidian instead of like basalt, but due to our stage level access, we have not actually achieved that yet. So, let's get down here. And this usually is a good sign. This isn't actually going to hold anything in it, and it's usually just a like a structure in here. But we need to find. Oh, that might be it over there. These, which is going to be of interest. Basalt area here. Ow, ow, oh, hello. How are you, Mr. Troll? They brought a cave troll. So let's try digging into this. See if there's anything of value in here. We've got magic beans. And there we go, uberous soil. That's basically all you need from this. You don't have to stay down here, but there are some really interesting things like the huge mush glooms and other critters and all sorts of neat stuff down in these caves. You may also be able to find some of the large chests as well, but that's what we'll need to look for shortly. Hey, would you guys quit that? You're not helping. Get out of here. So, yeah, I think we're going to head back up to the surface and come back down here shortly. Typically, what you would end up doing is going down there, finding one chest in an accessible, obsidian encasement instead of the basalt one, just a really small one. And you'd be able to access that. It would give you magic beans, but then there would be really big ones up there with like massive obsidian, and it would be a block the size of you, which is quite interesting. But I need to get a little bit closer. And then you'd have to go up to the top and obtain a specific tool that would allow you to mine through the large obsidian. And in this case, yeah, I think this is going to work. I just need to get rid of some of these trees in the nearby area. All right, so no idea if this is actually going to be ideal or not, but let's give it a go. I'm going to put down a bit of uberous soil here. I only need to put down one, but I'm going to put down 4 just for flavor, I guess. And I'm going to put down magic beans. You're not going to want to be too close when you do this. Just enough to reach it. Because otherwise you might appear inside of this thing. And I just grew as magic beans being planted in the earth would elude a magic beanstalk that goes up to the sky. And now we have access in form of a stairway to the above. But don't let your guard down, because one, light levels are going to be low on this because it does spiral as it goes up. So therefore you may run into some mobs along the way. And it's a very long drop, especially if you don't have things like slime boots or wolf pelt boots to prevent you from falling to your death. But on top of that, it also will have some baddies at the top, protecting the treasures that you are after. Alright, we are a pretty good distance up at this point. And yes, you could just nerd pull up, which is just basically pillaring all the way up. But in this case, I'm going to try and do it the old-fashioned way. I might do a little bit of nerd pulling, because in order for me to get up here, I'm actually going to have to kind of dig through and get a bunch of these fluffy clouds, which are fantastic, by the way. We might use these for some... Oh, then there's wispy clouds. Do I need those underneath them? Oh, I'm confused now. I'm conflicted. So let's just climb up the side of the cloud and find myself waiting for me. This is great. Maybe it's the wispy clouds that actually protect. I don't remember. But there are going to be some giants up here. I look like me from a distance, and this is a really big tree. But yeah, they're just that big. And they've got a lot of health. And they hit pretty hard because, well, they're giants. So you're going to want to kind of, you know, not let them do too much to you. Uh-oh. Let's see if my... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the shield works really well against myself, too. And then you get these, the tools of the trade that you might be looking for and want to obtain. And, of course, as always, you can have these things on your person as well. Therefore, you know, you could do the thing that you do, which is absolutely fantastic. Now I have a pick. You would be able to, in your traditional sense, go back down and use it to mine up the giant obsidian. In this case, there's giant cobblestone, which normally I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to mine it normally, but if you use the giant pick, boom, you're able to mine it without any issue. And then you get... What did I get there? Oh, I got giant cobblestone. Oh, wow. I didn't know that I could take that back with me. Those are some great purple and black particles. Let's sneak into the house, which isn't much of a house. It's more of just a really big hut. And I could... did I not get any cobblestone for those? Oh, they fell off to the side. It's just this one teeny tiny little block. Fell into the fluffy clouds somewhere. There we go. And then I should be able to... I thought that there was like a chest as well. Oh! No, there isn't, but there is this. Which I'm going to mine up for this. Oh, I should have used my looting or fortune pick. Which actually there's more, so I'm going to give that a go. Oh, I only got the one still. That was worth a try. So it's good to see that there are the samples forming up here as well. I wonder if I use a regular hatchet on this, what happens? I have a feeling... Yeah, it just... Oh, it breaks it. Did it give me a giant... It gave me a giant log. What can I use this with? I can make giant tools with these. Oh! Oh! That's interesting. Whoa, that's a bit broken, but that's interesting. Alright, well, let's put this away and... see about mining up some of these. Wait, is the shovel faster? Oh, the shovel is faster on the clouds. It appears that they're solid in all forms. These might be really cool for flooring or something. I might come back and get a bunch of these for potential future... I did not get any wispies. I think the wispies... Oh, that's sad. The fluffy clouds? I do get the fluffy clouds, but not the wispy ones. I'm going to need some kind of... wait a minute. Do I have one on me? I think I might have left it back at my base, but there was a pick, or no, it was an axe that had Silk Touch on it. Not that I think next stage I could probably, or yeah, I think the next stage I can actually make my own at this point, but or you know, shortly. So I'm not too concerned about it. But I'm not going to try breaking any more of them in the meantime because I don't want them to do things. Oh, I wonder if I break those, if it actually drops giant saplings. That would be interesting. Alright, so here we are back at the beginning of all things. So technically I could launch myself way over there into probably over most of these thorns, but that would probably end badly because I wouldn't have a way of getting out if I misjudged that. And also I think there's acid rain that falls on you as well, so I'm just going to try and oh, there we go, dodge this a little bit, and then see about going back underground and see if I can find that other chest that might have the item that we're looking for, namely the lamp of Cinders. Huh. There's actually uberous soil down here as well. Interesting. Okay. So I'm a little confused why I might have even needed to go visit the giants at this point. Aha! There it is. I've been searching for so long. Alright. I had almost given up hope here. But it was actually very close to where I initially came in. I just needed to turn around. Go figure. But this is what I'm looking for. The ability to... There we go. Just die. Find and obtain glowstone. Actually, these items, which it looks like... Hey, don't you poison me. Get out of here. Ouch. You too. How much poison... Oh, that doesn't last for very long, thankfully. let's light it up a little bit before things get a little too crazy. Just to prevent the mobs from attacking me while I'm trying to get in here. Oh, there's another spot there. Before I jump into this, let's see if I can fight. Ouch, ouch. These guys actually hit pretty good sometimes. Let's see if I can get in here. That's nothing. There's nothing in that one. It was fake. Seriously, guys, you're just hurting yourselves more than me. All right. Well, there's another one over here. Maybe this one's got some loot in it. That would be nice. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. These guys hit a lot. And with combining them with the witches and the skeletons and these guys, man, okay, this area is a little bit more difficult than I remember. But at the very least, I've got a little bit of glowstone, surprisingly. And look at all this uberous soil I was just overlooking before. All right, well, let's not use the, I was just using the wrong pick there a moment ago. Because that's not the one I want to use. There we go. Any goodies? No. I've got more magic beans, though, so I've got plenty more opportunity. Let's get rid of these hats. Don't want those. Plenty more opportunities to obtain large, well, beanstalks back in the overworld if I still want it. I don't know that I do, but we shall see. I see guys up there. Oh, that's not going to help you, lady, if you just jump off the top there. Let's try climbing up the top and visiting anybody up top here. Get out of here, you. Lighten the place up a bit. It looks like, boy, how did I miss so much? There's so much underground here. It's ridiculous. All right, well, let's grab our giant pickaxe, which is what you need in order to mine the giant obsidian. And it will take a while, but I'll be back once this is done. Aha! Got it. And, ooh, it's a double chest. And what's that underneath it, though? Oh, I see. It's hovering on some stone. Interesting. So we've got Trollstein. Might as well take it. Some coal, torchberries, and the lamp of cinders. Ta-da! I wish for more burning. Okay. Grab these last bits here. I think that this has been a successful looting run. It took a bit longer than I thought to find things in here. And look, my hat, it is keeping up with the mending. And actually, I gotta say that my existing setup is actually pretty darn good so far. I'm taking very minimal damage, and I've been able to just kind of walk through most things, even while getting hit because of that iron wall ability. So even if these armors that I currently have are going to break, I think it would be a good idea for me to at least keep them so that I can potentially strip the enchants off them later, maybe, hopefully. And finally found my way back out. So, Trollstein, eh? That's going to be very useful. Oh, look at this. Might as well grab some while I'm here. A little bit of Corallium. Oh, if I use my other pick, will I get more, I wonder? My fortune pick. Oh, yes. Definitely getting a lot more. Okay. That's convenient. I'll just do a little bit of that, because you never know when you're going to need some more Corallium. I love that they just bounce off my shield now. So let's head over here, grab the, where is it, the lamp of cinders, put that on my hotbar here. Get rid of this wheat. And look, I've got giant obsidian as well. Interesting. I should do a little inventory management quick. All right, so at this point, we're very far on the outskirts. I'm going to want to kind of climb up this direction. Get up here on top. And head over to that thorny section that I'm seeing off in the distance. Oh, hello, Forest Raven. Actually, I'm going to need your feather. Come here. Come here. Thank you. If I need to go off the map, it'd be nice to have another option for making another magic map that will lead me, tea light, not too far astray. So, with the Lamp of Cinders, I believe I can just kind of one at a time do this, or I can just kind of like do a whole section by winding it up. Boom. And then you can just like break them because they're just ash at that point. So now, just to kind of work my way through and get to the center of this. So yeah, I made a little error in the fact that I didn't look at the map, and I've actually just been kind of cutting through the thickest part of this that I could possibly cut through. So that was a great choice. Haha! Finally, I've broken through. All right, now to climb all this cracked dead rock into the center and see what I can find. And by the way, for those that haven't already experienced, oh wow, look at that. That is a wonderful sight. It's actually really, really cool. For those that have never experienced the Ice Queen's towers, I did skip quite a bit of the content, actually, just by not going up inside the towers. There's a lot of really interesting enemies and tons of loot to be had. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I'm just kind of grabbing your feathers. I need your feather. All right, so we've got these majestic towers, and it's a beautiful building material, as well as, look at these, the runes. The Blue Castle rune brick. Oh man, that stuff is really cool. I wonder how easy or difficult it is. Oh, that's not easy to mine at all. Ugh. What if I use an efficiency 3 pick? No, that's actually a bit slower, I think. And I just realized, oh, what if I put down a bucket of water? And no, because I used the water that was in the bucket. Whoops. But I did get a thorn rose, which isn't really useful for anything, but it'll pretty up my inventory for now, I guess. Maybe I'll find a way of exchanging these out or getting them back. Oh, I see some really cool stuff up there. I want to just like go tearing through this and climb up into it, but I feel like I should look for a main entrance and try and experience this a little bit more fully. And I do realize that the Twilight Forest is actually currently an unfinished mod. The boss at the end of this isn't actually there. Oh, look, there's purple as well. I don't know. I really like the teal, though. So the boss, there's no boss at the end of this section. It's just a castle, and that's pretty much it. But it's got some really cool stuff. Look at these castle doors. They stand out really nice. Really neat stuff. Encased castle brick pillar. Maybe once we complete some stuff, we'll be able to get through here a little bit easier. Really neat particle effects as well. So let's continue on and see if we can actually find anything of interest around here. These are all quartz stairs as well. Nice. Oh wait, is that quartz surrounding it as well? Unfamiliar items. I'm pretty sure that those are quartz blocks. We might be able to chisel that stuff into something a little bit more interesting as well. Back into a normal quartz and then, you know, get it from there. But this is really cool building materials. Wow. Just wow. Take this in for a moment. Somebody built this a long time ago and turned this into a mod. I mean, this is just really cool stuff. I mean, the castles and everything are just fantastic. All right. It does give you like a sense of awe in comparison to some of the previous ones even. And I don't know why. It allows you to see it maybe, whereas some of the other ones you don't. Here you go. Besides the kobolds, these are the mobs that are here, harbingers. Which, yeah, they really don't do anything. Even if I like shield up to them, nothing. They just kind of wander around, doing their own little thing. I'm not going to hurt them. They're not hurting me, so I don't see why I need to. But let's continue on into the depths of the cube. Get in here and, aha, the stairway, is this going down? It does go down. Interesting. I thought that it went up further. Oh, these guys might cause some issue. Yeah, adherence. Not yet implemented. But yet, they have. They cause a bit of poison, but it goes away, and they die quickly to the shield as usual. Oh, dead rock. Okay, so we're going down into the depths of this. I've actually only ever, like, kind of flown in here before. Wow. Okay, the underground areas. Can I walk through this pink force field? No, it's a force field. Of course you can't, Vallen. Oh, all the different force fields and stuff. This is really cool stuff. Okay. And here we are, only just about to discover how to make a coal engine. Well, I'm sure we'll get there soon enough. In the meantime, let's just make things brighter. Hello. You're not going to attack me? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, I was wondering if he was going to attack me or not. There are some... Oh, thorns growing up in here. Ouch, ouch. Cheaty little bugger. Okay. Alright, so maybe he wasn't cheaty. Maybe he was just a very effective one. But I'm going to try and look for ways into some of these areas. I mean, this one doesn't seem to have anything of interest, so there's no point there. But if I can find any that have doors on them, or teleporters or something of that sort. This one also looks like there's nothing. Aha! Here we go. Finally found another door, surrounded with all these adherents everywhere. Gosh. It's best if I actually take a little damage from these guys, because they actually die quicker from hitting me, just like a skeleton does. Whoa! Ow! But not too much, because obviously, you know, that leads to bad things. Oh! Just leveled up my bow. Or was it my arrows? The short bow! Okay. Cool. I'm a fan of that. Let's light it up in here a little bit. Oh, that's right. I can't pick my arrows up because everything repairs so darn fast. Oh, it's good. Down another level to see what kind of mysteries we can unveil down here. There are so many of these adherents around. I'm just kind of like running around at this point, seeing if I can find the next doorway. Look at them all trapped in there. No getting out for you guys. Aha, I see another pink area. I'm guessing that that is going to be the way I need to go. Yep, sure looks like it. Let's open this, drop a couple lights, and then take care of our friends, the adherents, again. Oh, they teleport to me as well. Interesting. Alright, well, they're done. Looks like the armor effects are still doing good. The armor's still holding up, though the Naga Scale leggings are kind of... Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting just a big open empty space down here. Let's see about lighting it up a little bit. Wow, okay. At the end of all things, right? So I've got my slime sling. Hopefully I can get back up here. Let's drop one straight down. Look at all the bats. Ugh. That is quite the drop. See, this is actually different from what I remember. I remember having to go up top. Mini Boss 2 gives Talisman. Okay, so they've actually made some progress. That's quite interesting, I find. Let's take this here. See if I can even reach up there. That's pretty high. I might have to nerd pull my way back up. Alright. Phew! Nope, that's not going to do it. So I am going to definitely have to... work my way up there. And for occasions just like this, I usually keep a stack or two of cobblestone. Just because you never know when you might need it. Okay, there we go. And then I'm able to escape, continue heading back out the way I was before. Maybe I'll see about climbing up to the very tippy top and see if we can find that way out that or the other area that I was talking about. Oh, okay. It's another interesting area. Oh, yeah. Okay. This does look familiar. Then I think that you've got to like use some amulet, I would guess, probably to unlock different areas. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting to find myself up here. Ugh. Alright, fine. Just come and hit me, because my bow is just not cutting it. I've got giant guards. Jeez. And then more adherents. Not too bad. And then maybe a doorway out? Or perhaps a doorway up. Aha. Let's see if I can kind of sneak my way up here. It's a bit of a slime sling. Yep. There we go, and then I'd follow up one of those other areas there, and you can get inside here. Final boss here. You can join the Twilight Forest Discord server to follow the latest updates on this castle and other content at discord.experiment115.com. And there you go, folks. That's the end there. There's more still planned for Twilight Forest, which is made by a wonderful group of modders that I've talked with a few times in the past. They're really cool people, so I recommend you check it out. But I think that about does it for this area, because I got the Lamp of Cinders, which is what I needed. And now I just need to head back, which that's quite a ways to head back. Let's grab the other book here. Click on here. You can see I'm on like an island in the middle of a dead land. Oh, I'm actually aimed in the right direction. So I need to go that way. See if I can get a little bit closer so I don't run into some of these castles. Maybe I can jump up on top of this one as well. Alright folks, so I think this is where I leave you. I hope you enjoyed today's video on SevTech Ages. If so, be sure to give a follow, comment, subscribe, and don't be afraid to support the Mischief if you want to. Details in the description below. See you next time. Bye. Oh crap.